FreeMMOStation.com.
How's it going, FreeMMOStation? I'm Skyland Shore, and today we are doing a first impression on Archlord 2, which just went into closed beta. So, what is Archlord 2? Well, it's a free-to-play MMO. It's got a really heavy PvP focus, and it takes elements from popular titles and meshes them together to make a less than novel, honestly, but otherwise interesting experience. The two games that Archlord 2 seems to be taking notes from would be World of Warcraft and Terra. So, the first thing that we do when we get into the world of Archlord 2 is make a character, much like any other MMO. You have to align yourself with a faction, which will completely, absolutely affect your gameplay experience, similar to World of Warcraft's Horde versus Alliance. Customization isn't particularly strong in this game, but it does get the job done, certainly. So when we dive into the game space for the first time, you're gonna see the average MMO UI, and luckily it isn't too complicated, but still, I enjoy innovative designs such as seen as in like Guild Wars 2 or Elder Scrolls Online. One thing that I would like to mention is the fact that the help icons actually display videos instead of just texts, which is freaking fantastic, and I really enjoyed that about Dragon Nest as well. However, there's a lot of depth to this game, so expect to sit here at the start of the game just for a bit to get acclimated to the interface. Beyond the UI, the world is a bit harsh, let me be real. I mean that in the sense that the textures are rough and dark and nowhere near the charm of World of Warcraft. Even though the graphics are objectively less than great, it still runs poorly. But further optimization is always a possibility in the stage of development, of course. Don't expect to run this on just any old laptop and then try to have fun. I do like the art style though, and the monsters are at least interesting, and the AI, it's not the smartest thing, and the animations are actually really poorly done compared to modern AAA MMOs, but compared to other free-to-plays in the same genre, it at least competes. So let's talk about the story, let's talk about the questing. The questing is really average, as you can auto-path to every destination, there's no voice acting or cinematics even, which has become a staple. Just your everyday punctuation questing, but at least in this game the grind almost feels good since the quest layout and design is quick and simple to use with collectibles found in troves along the way. It seems the story is focused on the war between two factions and the gameplay follows through with that very well, with PvP being accessed very early in the game via following the starter quest lines. Gameplay is very much skill and strategy based with a balanced focus towards teamwork, consumables, character build, and mechanical skill. The player versus environment is really not that difficult, and it's actually really easy with no sign of complexity so far, but the PvP, now that's enticing. Player versus player combat is accessed really quickly through the different questing zones that are specifically made for open world combat. These contested zones have quests focused on destroying NPC characters and PvE interactions against the opposite faction, while also allowing players of opposing factions to participate in combat and try to stop each other and just kind of be toxic and have fun. Getting a taste of PvP through the levels while also directly interacting with the quests is a great way to get players invested, especially since later levels will have competitive skirmishes and also large battleground PvP fights. The intricacies of combat is make or break for this game, so heavily focused on fighting and grinding, so we need to talk about this. Like Guild Wars 2, players can use two weapons and swap them out at any moment. This gives a huge amount of abilities that you can use at any one time, and it keeps combat fast-paced, strategic, and mechanically deep. It's also exciting because as you level up, you choose through a talent tree what abilities you want to use and what stats you gain. There's a lot of room for different character builds despite only having 4 weapons to choose from. The game doesn't use classes, but allows players to use 4 weapons: axe, bow, lance, and wand. And you can use any 2 of these at any one time. It may be possible for later that they're going to add new weapons and abilities, which would absolutely increase the depth of combat drastically, but for now, there's just 4, and that's really fine enough. Though, at first when you get into the game, it's going to seem less than creative, but trust me, mechanically, you can do a lot. Overall, the feel of the game is sticky, like really sticky. Animations are obscure, graphics are harsh, and it is simply hard to discern actions on the screen sometimes. When things should go off, how they go off, it just, I don't understand. It's a very ambiguous feeling, it's a very vague feeling. Action just isn't as smooth as World of Warcraft, despite not being a standstill game, despite being very similar to World of Warcraft mechanically. So keep that in mind, it's just sticky. If you're looking for an MMO to PvP in, this could very well become one of the better games out there since it does have an air of competition in it. But overall, the gameplay is just a bit lackluster, especially compared to AAA titles like Guild Wars 2 or WildStar. As a free-to-play game, it seems worthy, and normally I would recommend this to a younger audience, but sadly it has mature themes in it and it does seem focused towards adults. As I said before, the game is something like a mix between Terra and World of Warcraft, though without the production value of those 2 games. I'm Skyland Shore with FreeMMOStation. I did have fun with this game, and you know what, go ahead and try it if you do get into the beta, go ahead and try it. Thanks for watching, just remember you're gonna need a strong PC to play this game. And if you're looking for a game similar to this, check out our other first impressions, we got a lot. See you again later, bye-bye.